Albertans about how we can come together to build a better future. As a paramedic, Cam has spent almost 20 years working on the front lines of healthcare. He knows every corner of his community, and he knows its strengths, and he's intimately familiar with the challenges and places where the provincial government could do better. The city of Beaumont is one of Alberta's 4 officially bilingual municipalities, making it the heart of our francophone community here in Alberta. It's also the 3rd fastest growing city in Alberta, and more than 3,000 new residents. Under Danielle Smith and the UCP, life has become more expensive, healthcare remains in chaos, and public education, which is the very heart of what brings us before you today, has faced cut after cut after cut. We are nearly 2,000 teachers short of where we should be just to maintain the student to teacher ratio that has existed when the UCP took office. And instead of treating the teachers we do have with respect, the UCP took away control of their pensions. They underspent the education budget by nearly $1 billion over the course of 2 years and have only begun to reinvest in classrooms in the last-ditch attempt to get reelected. This is a serious problem we cannot afford to ignore. And later this week, our leader Rachel Notley will make a formal platform commitment to support students and their education with the hiring of more teachers. This is critical to building a better future. But those teachers and the students in Beaumont and Leduc will need quality schools and modern classrooms to learn in. Under the previous Alberta NDP government, Rachel Notley led the construction and modernization of more than 240 schools. This was ambitious, but she got the job done. But now, after 4 years of chaos and incompetence under the UCP, we have fallen behind again. Our children's education is at stake, and we must take action to ensure they get a better public education, and that is what brings us to an important commitment that Cam will make today.
Thank you, Rod. Thank you for being here today to join me and for your advocacy over the past several years as Alberta NDP infrastructure critic. I talk to so many families in Beaumont who are deeply concerned about the future of education. Families are choosing Beaumont because they can see themselves building a life there, but the lack of classroom space for current and future students is a major problem. Parents are extending themselves and traveling outside of their communities in order to enroll their kids in school because the ones closest to them are far beyond capacity. This is unsustainable and unnecessary. We need to support students, staff, and families by building schools and bringing down class sizes. We need to make sure teachers have the tools they need to succeed. The UCP will try to tell you that they've invested in public education, but we see right through that. In 2022, the UCP budget announced funding for only 12 school capital projects for the entire province, and only 6 of those were new schools. In 2023, they only announced funding for 13 construction projects. Only 5 of them were for new schools. And here in the riding of Leduc-Beaumont, the UCP are telling voters that they are going to modernize Corinthia Park School. But in the budget they just passed right before the election, all we see is a few planning dollars. We clearly need to do more for our growing community. The Black Gold School Division worries they won't have enough space for high school students in the years ahead, and we have yet to see the UCP meaningfully acknowledge their concerns. They need space to accommodate up to 1,600 more high school students in the coming years, and I worry already about the damage caused by the UCP delays. We need to get to work on meeting the demand of this growing community immediately, or I fear families will leave Beaumont. And it's something families are considering more and more if things don't change. Families in Beaumont deserve better. They deserve a government that cares and is responsive to their needs. And that is why I am proud to announce that an Alberta NDP government will commit to building a new high school in Beaumont. With Rachel Notley and incredible representatives like Rod at the helm, we promise to hit the ground running. The Black Gold School Division, the families, teachers, and most importantly, the students in Beaumont have waited long enough, and it's time for action. We'll reverse the damaging cuts brought in by the UCP and restore programs that support students who need it most. We'll hire more teachers and educational assistants to make up for stalled investments under the UCP government, and we will build a high school to serve students now and well into the future. And we will build, and of course, we will actually fund the modernization of Corinthia Park School. Thank you. Rod and I are happy to take your questions.
Thank you. Just a reminder, if you're on Zoom, it's the raise hand function. If you're on the phone, it's *9 to get in the question queue. We'll start with questions in the room.
Cam, just in a nutshell, how bad do you need a new school, and what are class sizes like here in Beaumont and Leduc, I guess?
Yeah, so I mean, the school right now in Beaumont is overflowing with students. They're projected to be over 100% capacity next year. So we're definitely desperate for it. I know it's something that's been being worked on, but it's something that we need to make an absolute priority. And Rachel Notley and our team, we will make that a priority. And if elected MLA, we will build it and make sure it's done.
Okay, we'll do one more pass for questions. Just a reminder, if you're on Zoom, it's the raise hand function. If you're on the phone, it's *9. Any more questions in the room?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, thank you. That concludes our press conference for today.